Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting Propagandacast with me, your host, Imperial Dane, featuring today a 1 versus 1 amongst the hedgerows of Angoville. And right there we shall be having Vonivan fighting for the Americans, most ironically enough. Fighting for the 1st Infantry Division. Hoorah! And opposing him shall be Evilinacloset, also known as Silence. Fighting for the Wehrmacht, fighting for the 91st Luftlander Division, an air landing division later on basically just turned into a regular infantry division and posted in Normandy. He's going up with a barrack start, but also note he's actually going for the 3 engineer barrack start. So of course Vonivan is hoping to seize a bit more territory than his opponent early on, while of course Evilinacloset is just hoping to get some troops out and begin shooting some Yankees. Also note he's actually going for all the strategic points first. This is certainly a bit interesting to note. Actually ignoring the resources, of course, probably hoping to connect it all afterwards. And of course, I suppose there's also that tiny little manpower bonus that's going to be there. Negligible, I mean +6, but still, I suppose it's something. Rifleman on the way. Pioneer securing the points over there. Volkskrone is out as the first unit out, and they're probably going to connect all of this, whereas of course he's taking all the strategic points first and then connecting resources to it. In fact, he's heading straight towards the high points right here, and he's ignoring the high munitions point right there. Interesting. Of course, it could be he's going for the more risky ones first, and then afterwards taking the ones he can much more easily hold. That's definitely also a possibility. I mean, you sort of have to imagine what could the reasons be. And of course, in these cases, I mean, these two are much more exposed and of course more risky to take first. So of course, you might want to take those first before you shift in towards the much more easier to hold ones. Rifleman shifting west. Volkskrone now coming, opening up on the Rifleman. Volkskrone might consider turning towards that old track and using that to find the Rifleman, but no. Evilinacloset is pulling them back, though he is awaiting more reinforcement. A second squad of Volksgrenadiers are moving in, while Silence is securing larger parts of the western map, though at the same time, of course, Vonivan, he's not connecting now. He's in fact going for both victory points. Interesting. Certainly a slightly avant-garde capping order we are seeing from Vonivan. And the first infantry, there we go. 2 Volksgrenadiers pushing in, going in after the Riflemen, although another squad is ready from the barracks. Volksgrenadiers pulling up behind the ditch there. And the bushes, 2 Pioneer squads moving in against the 1 Engineer squad, so overwhelming firepower on all points. Although right there, coming under fire, the Riflemen taking up position in craters. And we are seeing the Volksgrenadiers now pulling back towards the heavy cover and the truck. The Engineers pushed away, although they did get 1 Pioneer. Take that, you crap bastard. Rifleman pushing up here against the Volksgrenadiers. So far already 1 Rifleman is suffering. Of course, the Volksgrenadiers clearly have the advantage here. They are behind heavy cover, except Helmut was never quite good at, getting into cover, apparently. There we go, he died. We are seeing an MG42 flaying up. These Riflemen are definitely exposed, and also note he's focusing down one at a time, whereas I'm not entirely sure Vonivan is doing the same, though of course I could be most definitely wrong. Another Volksgrenadier down. No, he's actually focusing down. Bit harder to see, when they're all clumped up like that, but there we go. MG42 opens up, and the situation in the west has been secured, but again, Vonivan in the meanwhile has largely secured the entire east, where Evilinacloset has actually made absolutely no movements. But we are now seeing a smaller combat group moving up, 1 Volksgrenadier, 1 MG, and a Pioneer. Vonivan reinforcing, 3 Rifleman squads. He's getting ready for another large push. There's only, in fact, now 2 Volksgrenadiers, but of course Evilinacloset might be hoping to draw away any forces towards the east. With this movement, with this force, another Volksgrenadier squad arriving.
Our front lines are collapsing.
Flamethrowers being equipped for Vonivan's engineers. And the MG42 is already setting up to counter any American assaults. Pioneers have also been equipped with flamethrowers. So this is going to be rather the interesting fight going on right here. Rifleman moving in from the west. Volksgrenadiers pulling up. MG42 up behind the old wooden cart. There we go. Catching the major push from Vonivan. Excellently done, and any flanking attempts are going to get stopped by the Volksgrenadiers and the Pioneers. This is quickly turning sour for the Americans. 1st Infantry Division, while the men of the 91st are reaping all the rewards. Although at the same time, of course, you are seeing a small force moving up here. Nicely done, nicely done. And for some reason, Evilinacloset does have 2 full scanners just standing about, not really doing much. Pioneers hanging about, and he's going to lay down some mines. Excellent, excellent, wunderbar. Sehr gut. Browning automatic rifles going to be handed out to the riflemen to increase the firepower, although we are seeing another MG42 out, so a pretty heavy start from Evilinacloset. 3 full scanners, 2 MG. This is definitely one of the bigger ones, and he's actually going for another unit. Is he going for a rather extended tier 1, which could prove to be disadvantageous? Except, of course, the fact that we are seeing Browning automatics. And now grenades. This is interesting. Both players are sort of unaware of each other, actually going for some pretty heavy stuff. Quite interesting. Full scanners now coming under heavy fire. Already several men down. The Browning automatics definitely proving to be a bit of an issue. More mines going down from Evilinacloset. Excellent. And we are seeing a 3rd MG42 arriving, so 3 full scanners, 3 MG42s. That is quite the force. Engineer down, trying to cut the wire. Of course, they are easy targets while doing so, and there's no support from riflemen. Engineers advancing right into the mine. 2 men down. Further fighting in the west. Engineers getting burned up. And the MG42 can only cover 1 flank. Ooh, Vonivan needs to get pushed in. Oh, grenades up ready. He's going in now for the full assault. Going to hit the MG42 from as many flanks as possible. He's got grenades, he's got Brownings. He's definitely got a force. Another MG42 taking up position there. As a blockade, and there we go, grenade off. Does nothing. MG42 also runs away. Rifleman here stopped right in front of the MG42. This is carnage on both sides. But clearly Evilinacloset got off easier in this case. Vonivan being the one punished, with severe German fire being directed against him. Of course, question is, what shall the next response be from Vonivan, and what shall it be from... He's actually getting another unit from the Wehrmacht quarters. What on earth is he up to?
We're losing ground out there.
But again, having seen the grenades and the BARs, of course, he knows he can take more time, but at the same time, considering the forces he already has, he could easily go for the Krieg bags, actually, you know, get some more units out. But he's actually going for 4 heavy machine guns. This is quite unbelievable. This is a bit irregular. He's going pretty heavy. He might in fact go for a pretty heavy stalling strategy. Engineers getting stopped here, trying to lay down their own mines and getting gunned down, of course. Full scanners advancing. And Evilinacloset advantage, in fact, trying to lock down every aspect, every avenue. He's clearly got a significant delay strategy in mind. And again, a Kriegbass could also have gone for, you know, he could have got some grenadiers and other things, but no. Could it be he might be trying to sort of delay not just for the 3rd tier, but for the 4th tier? That is, he might go straight for a Panzer Command, and generally that's not something most high-ranking players would do. Partly because, of course, it also gives your opponent more time to sort of figure out what's going on. But at the same time, if he gets the proper things in time as well with all the time, you know, you might be in trouble. Plus, of course, you're, for a larger part of the game, fighting only using full scanners and MGs. So far, they're holding out. Bunker going up. That's probably going to be a medic bunker. I mean, with all the units he has, a medic bunker would be the right choice. There we go, Rifleman sneaking up. Will they be getting off a grenade? Gunning down the MG crew pulling back towards the bunker. A grenade right here could do an awful lot. MG42 setting up. Riflemen need to get out of there now. And we are seeing for the fatherland up, so we are seeing defensive doctrine up. And there we go, the medic bunker. All those wounded men, all those dying men. And the medics are quick to move in and quickly get moving back. A 4th rifleman squad up now from 5th one. This is some pretty intense infantry fighting from both of them. This is definitely interesting. This is definitely not something you see very often.
Listen up, people.
Certainly not at these levels of play. I mean, both of them are around level 16. And certainly at one stage, in a closet, also known as Silence, was pretty close to getting that high-ranking Panzer Elite rank as well. I think he was on an attempt at getting 20. Oh well. And here's getting stopped right here by the MG42. Rather than sneaking up there, at least I think it's silence. I mean, with all those Smurf accounts, it's a bit difficult to handle at times. Getting stopped right here in front of the building with the BARs in it, but they're just moving onwards. Moving now towards the west to stop the American assault going on there. One MG42 run off. Nice movement right there by Vonivan, though, switching actually sort of sides, combat zones, instead of just sticking to one side. He actually moved on right from here, holding up these two buildings, preventing the Wehrmacht from advancing too far. Volksgunners caught right in front there. And ODF several Volksgunners are getting caught right there. I mean, again, no, he's actually lost one MG42 already, I think. Damn. Yes, there we go. The MG42 got grenaded. He's actually moving in. Some Volksgunners to take it. Medics moving in as well. Rifleman getting held up right there. But again, he's going for points. Very nice aggression from Vonivan. And there we go. MG42 recruit. But the Volksgunners' infantry is absolutely shattered. Artillery going in there, forcing away the MG42 with heavy losses. And will he be able to get a Grenadier out of that medic bunker, recovered from all those wounded? Then again, the medics probably just got vaporized. The majority of them anyways, except Helmut was moving eastwards, not westwards. And these riflemen are also going to need to get out of there and manage to sneak around the building, thus avoiding a horrific fate. Grenadiers actually end up getting reformed, thus giving Evilinacloset some more infantry. And we're actually seeing the assault phase completed. I don't think he's building Storm Array again. I do think he might be attempting to go for the fourth phase, but again, that's more resources he's not going to be spending right away on any combat units. MG42 crew down, of course, with all the units he otherwise has. He's going to suffer right a lot there as well. I mean, there are certainly some risk. And, you know, going for the fourth phase without anything else in between. Of course, now he has Grenadiers, so that might help a bit. Grenadiers getting caught right there in the middle of the road. Medics moving in continually. Rifleman squad forced away. And we're actually seeing a machine gun replacement up to lock down the western part of the map. This is very interesting by Vonivan. Not necessarily a bad choice, again, considering all the infantry. Flamethrower engineer stealing right here with the MG crew. He could, in fact, be burning it up alive. No, looks like the MG crew does manage to make it out of there. Evilinacloset, though, is taking a flashing, a beating, although he's now actually making progress in the east, whereas the west has now been lost to him. Certainly interesting how sort of map control of the different halves of the map is shifting back and forth. A swift assault right there by Vonivan. He might actually also be suffering a bit. You know, he's got 5 rifleman squad, but he doesn't have a supplied mine hit. MG42 opening up. Squads going down. Left and right. That's one squad down. I think he actually just lost 2 squads of riflemen and an engineer squad. This is actually pretty bad and definitely to the favor of Evilinacloset. Although, of course, it would help with the manpower and he would be suffering because again he doesn't have a supply yard. Kampfkraft sent up. He's actually not going straight for the Panzer Command. Oh wait, he is. He's going for the 4th tier. And there we go. Battle phase has been researched. And now the machine gun emplacement is going to quickly find itself outmaneuvered. The flanks were not properly defended, not with mines or anything like that, which would have been a nice maneuver right there, but no such thing. Instead, it's now going to be burned up. So it looks like Evilinacloset has managed to stabilize the situation once more. And Vonivan charges out once more in the name of Uncle Sam, while his machine gun emplacement is going down. And this MG42 needs a medic pack. I mean, that is in a desperately terrible condition. One flanked by a rifleman squad with BARs, and those are going to end up very, very, very dead. But apparently not for the time being. Interesting enough, he's actually holding up the Grenadiers right. He's getting them a Panzerschreck, which is currently his only real anti-tank asset. But I'm not entirely convinced that will be enough in case, of course, Vonivan goes for armor. That would certainly be an idea. Oh, engineer squad down. He's in fact only got 1 engineer squad and 3 rifleman squads. And that is in fact all he has versus, I mean, the 4 infantry squads, the 3 MGs and the 2 pioneers of Evilinacloset. Things are certainly shifting swiftly. Grenade on the MG42. Grenadiers getting cut down as they retreat. Another MG retreating, also in a poor condition. And there we go, another MG42 escaping, or at least trying to. And all of a sudden, Evilinacloset found himself run off once more. Looks like Vonivan is actually training new rifleman squad. He's up to 4 again. He could lay down a demo charge if he's researched those to clear up that bunker right there from the 91st Luftlandedivision. Division. Volksgrenadiers firing away at these riflemen moving in. No MG42 to support them. That's more concerned with any assaults through there. And there we go. Demo charge up. And goodbye bunker. This fight is a bit of a stalemate, although we are seeing the Panzer Command on the way. That should soon be some armor. Points being secured. Still no supply out even from Vonivan. But there we go, supply out finally up. He probably should have gotten that earlier and perhaps also should have considered a medic station. What with 5 rifleman squads? I mean, that would really have been a great opportunity to recover some wounded and get more rifleman squads. There we go, the Panzer Command is up. He's certainly got the resources for a Panzer IV if he so decides. No, he's going for the Ostwind. The Flak Panzer IV Ostwind. One of the 3 Flak Panzers based on the Panzer IV. The first one was the Möbelwagen. Had sort of the same chassis, but trouble was to hit ground targets, it had to expose the gun and its crew. There was of course also the Wirbelwind, which was also based on the Panzer IV. Oh! Engineer blasted to bits by a Panzerschreck. And some riflemen retreating. Mine goes off right there, and the mine's going down though for Evilinacloset and the 91st Luftlande. Going in there, might be going for the cut-off point. With some grenadiers, Volksgrenadiers and MG. But riflemen moving in, they could in fact lob a grenade right at the MG crew. Volksgrenadiers moving in, Veterans 1 rifleman. Certainly got an advantage right here, but now the MG40 opened up a grenade right at the Grenadiers, killing 2 outright. Tank depot is up, but we are seeing the Ostwind up. The Flak Panzers in Klar, ready to blow up some Yankees. Of course, there was also another Flak Panzer basically based on the Czechoslovakian tank, the Flak Panzer III Gepard, which had a much smaller gun. But still could do something, but that was definitely produced in larger numbers. Otherwise, I mean, they largely relied on half-tracks to provide the sort of more mobile anti-aircraft guns. Another MG42 run off, Rifleman pushing up there, but the Ostwind is moving in. Might get the Rifleman squad. No, they do manage to make it out of there alive. But now we do see the Ostwind rolling in. And there we go, sticky bomb on the Ostwind. Flamethrower Pioneers moving in with a Flammenwerfer. Damaged engine. Pioneers dead. Riflemen, on the other hand, need to get away. Nasty losses there. Panzer Command, tank depot. Panzer Command, of course, is that one. But things are suddenly turning a bit against Evilinacloset. He's lost 1 Pioneer squad, but still he's got a solid force. 3 Volksgrenadiers, 1 Grenadier, 2 MGs, and of course that Ostwind Flak Panzer. Riflemen pushing up there. The 1st Infantry Division is certainly under pressure now that the 91st did receive some aid from the 2nd SS in form of a bit of armor. Volksgrenadiers doing what they can to hold up the advance. Ostwind hammering away, and there we go, sticky bombs. Of course, I have no idea why Vonivan is moving up that close, because Riflemen Veterans do have a much longer sticky bomb range. Riflemen need to get out of there. Come on, he could lose a Veteran D2. Oh, Vonivan lost a Veteran D2 Rifleman squad. That is definitely a very, very nasty loss. Something he might not be able to cover up. But he's actually going in. He's calling in artillery on the Ostwind beached like a whale on the beach. He calls in artillery on it and knocks it out. So that was definitely probably a bit unexpected for Evilinacloset, who's now going, of course, for a second Ostwind. No Panzer Force for him. No, sorry, Boob. He wants just Ostwinds to blast up his infantry as fast as possible. Although, of course, a Panzer Force is also certainly not bad and is also a bit more armoured. Still nothing going on, though, from the tank depot right there. Wait, never mind. There we go. He cancelled whatever's going on there. Probably another rifleman squad, and is now going for a unit right there. In fact, let's go have a return at the Vonivan and the 1st Infantry, calling in some tank destroyers. The Hellcat, which in the actual world was a pretty fast tank destroyer. It was also a pretty lightly armoured one, which could even be knocked out by a German armoured car with its auto cannon. But it was pretty damn fast. But again, in the game, they just seem to have made it less fast and more about speed. I mean, well, guns. Cloaking. Never mind. Apparently I can't talk properly, but there we go. Yes, coming under fire. The Ostwind moving westwards. No veterancy for his armor, by the way. Rifleman advancing up there. Right in front of the MG42 in the house. Nice position right there. Registered artillery. Oh my goodness. Nice call in right there. Killed about... well, how many is left? That would probably be easier to determine. Out of 12, only 3 is left. That is a good 9 men murdered. Hellcat rolls out. Probably trying to hunt down that Ostwind flak punch, and there we go, catches it. And there's in fact only MG42s to stop it. That certainly will not do the trick as the Hellcat pounces upon its prey. And there we go, Ostwind out of control. We are seeing the Grenadiers moving in, trying to catch it. It's already there. Things are going a bit wrong for Evilinacloset. Again, without the second tier to perhaps even provide one pack, his Ostwinds are certainly a lot more exposed because they actually have to wait for Grenadiers to arrive with a Panzerschreck to aid them. And that is certainly what Vonivan is taking advantage of, this Evilinacloset, slightly lacking anti-tank assets. Although, of course, a Sherman could also have been useful at this stage, I think. Though, of course, with a Panther out, that's pretty much academic. Of course, now he needs tank destroyers. Of course, he might, of course, be worried that, you know, he would go for a Panther next. I mean, that tends to be sort of these sort of people's thinking. Go for Ostwinds, go for Panthers, ignore the Panzer IV. They are sort of more extreme. Let's just get a lot of those things without necessarily a lot of deeper thinking. You can also see the bit on the higher levels. But there we go, Panther rolls in. Tank destroyers a bit outgunned with both Panzerschrecks and now the Panther moving in. Volkswagen's getting run off. Hellcat's probably not going to survive this one. And there we go. Did a bit of damage, but ultimately not enough. Grenadiers still going down. Rifleman getting stuck by an MG42. And we could be seeing an off-map combat group now arrive for Mr. Vonivan. While the Rifleman continue to get suppressed right here. They manage to clear out one MG42. Another one's getting stopped right here by another grenade in through the window. Killing 2. Nice. But again, down to 3 rifleman squads. Vonivan certainly ends up quickly taking a lot of losses. And Evilinacloset is certainly still fighting on with a nice force. He's got 3 full scale squads to support the Panther. That's definitely nice. And he's also got some veterancy up for his armor. Also good. Although the full scale perhaps should consider taking a bit of cover. Grenade off. And we might be seeing an off-map combat group. Question is, of course, how good will it be? I mean, if you rely on the off-map combat group, you of course can always end up getting very disappointed. And there we go. We are seeing 2 Hellcats and a Greyhound and a Rifleman squad. I suspect that Vonivan is more than pleased with what he received. Also note, of course, they are fully upgraded. Of course, there's another small advantage of this ability. Mines hit! Both tank destroyers hit both mines! That is unbelievably rubbish. But of course, there's still the Greyhound. The Hellcats are moving in. We are seeing Grenadiers moving up with a Panzerschreck. One Hellcat will probably go down. Greyhound moves in, clears out one MG42. Panzerfaust on the Hellcat, one out of control. Pioneer's trying to repair. Damaged engine. Destroyed engine on the Hellcat. And it gets it. Oh, we're seeing a Greyhound mine down from the Greyhound. And the Grenadier sets it off. Pioneer Squad, Grenadier Squad. Oh, blimey. Evilinacloset just lost a lot of units there. And an MG42 just got knocked out as well. This is quickly turning sour for the 91st. And a Volkswagen squad might be... He just lost another Volkswagen squad. I think he's down to one squad of Volkswagens. I mean, he just lost one Grenadier, two Volkswagens, Pioneer, MG42, and his Panther. I mean, that is definitely getting your money's worth in munitions, or well, firepower, whatever. Now he's calling in some Knights Cross. He's actually using them to pick up a Panzertech because he doesn't want to fall into the hands of the Americans. Moving in the Greyhound once more with his 50 caliber. That's pretty bold. Panzerfaust actually does not go off. That is ridiculously fortunate right there for Vonivan. Though the Knights Cross elite troops on the 2nd SS sent in to clean up the mess left by the 91st are now there. And they might hunt down the fabled Greyhound with their 21. Or will the Greyhound manage to escape? Yes, it escapes! My goodness! But now things have certainly turned around. Vonivan just delivered one hell of a blow right there against Evilinacloset. And had Evilinacloset only had one more Canadier with a Panzertech or a pack or something like that, or a Panzer IV, he might have survived. Instead, his rather extended Tier 1 did actually result in him being a bit more vulnerable to just a few armoured vehicles, and has thus cost him an awful lot. Another bunker going up. Might be a medic bunker, might not be. Vonivan making good progress up the east, but definitely close things. I mean, Vonivan is also in a pretty terrible condition at the moment. But he certainly managed to level the playing field right there. Level it. Volkswagen's moving up. Knights Cross also arriving. Veteran 2 riflemen might need a bit more veterancy for his infantry. Would probably have been an idea earlier on. Knights Cross moving in to deal with these riflemen. Already one down, another down. He needs to retreat. Get them out of there. Evil. An MG42 advanced up, 17 kills, so that's nice. And another squad of Knights Cross to try and contain the Allied advance. And there we go, MG42 opens up on the riflemen. They do get off a grenade on the MG42 and... Oh! Bugger! MG42 gets the entire experience from Veteran 2 rifleman and gets completely messed up. Knights Cross are moving in to deal with some riflemen right here. Will Vonivan realize what's going on, or will he lose it due to inattentiveness? Although already one Knights Cross is down. He might actually end up losing those riflemen. And there we go, Rifleman Squad is down. Armored car moves in. Grenadiers reformed for Evilinacloset, but again he's lacking something to take it on.
Enemy is down to 300 points.
Going for that fuel point with his Knights Cross. Grenadiers forced away. Definitely not his day. And we are seeing another Hellcat. 2 squads of riflemen and a tank, anti-tank gun. Another registered artillery barrage. And looks like Vonivan managed to score himself an MG42. And he actually used the Knights Cross to secure that that BAR. I think that is a bit of a waste. The assault rifles tend to be a bit more worth it.
We're losing ground out
But
there.
apparently he didn't want it to fall into the hands of his opponent, but then again he could just send in some Volksgrenadiers or Grenadiers to pick it up. Instead he did not, and now we are seeing Knights Cross Grenadiers with Panzerschrecks and some Volksgrenadiers. And he's actually trying to lay down a demo charge at the medic bunker, but it might not work. The engineers are simply way too exposed, and there we go, run off. Fighting next to the medic bunker. This is only going to be a bit desperate for Evilinacloset. advancing up for the fatherland to provide protection. Panzerjets, oh dear, all miss. Lots of firing about, also lots of moving about. Knights Cross moving in to deal with the riflemen. What's a bit going on here in the east? Another Knights Cross squad sent away. Still no luck in hitting that armored car. Rifleman squad could go down. And yes, indeed, another squad of riflemen lost. 4 for Vonivan. There's certainly heavy infantry losses on them. Both the 91st are certainly not giving up without a good fight. Trying once more to get that tank destroyer, and again they miss. I mean, the sheer bad luck. Knights Cross here though need to retreat. And again another miss. There's only so far been one Panzerject to actually hit that tank destroyer. I mean, that is just unbelievably unfortunate. Now the VAR crosses are moving in, while the anti-tank gun moves up. More riflemen, MG42. Grenadier squad again reformed. Certainly having a bit of luck there though, that the Meg's actually able to pull them in. Reinforcing, this is definitely the last stand of the 91st. If it does not work, he is completely gone. Medic, oh, was that a rifleman actually killed? There's only one man there. Grenade on the Grenadiers. Killing 3 outright, and Veterans 3 for them. Medic bunker getting hammered. Knights Cross moving up to flank. 50 caliber, they're doing what it can. If he can get off a Panzerfaust, he could actually knock it out. MG42 run off. The Knights Cross tear through it. Now the anti-tank is the next target. Now just needs a Panzerfaust on the tank destroyer. Come on, Panzerfaust. Oh dear, Evilinacloset, you missed a huge chance. Panzerject, of course, misses. You can't trust those Grenadiers. They can't hit the broadside of a barn. And the Veterans 3 riflemen are sent back. This is definitely a nice counter-attack, but it's only also a bit grim. And you also could consider getting at least one LMG-42 to help deal with the infantry. Oh well. He still can't hit that tank destroyer. Those Grenadiers keep on firing and they just can't hit. I'd certainly be a bit pissed at those Grenadiers if that was the case with me. More Grenadiers moving in. Knights Cross trying to sort of catch these riflemen to try and cut off the retreat. Though we are seeing a grenade. A bit too low. He perhaps was expecting them to move in. We also seeing suppressive fire from Vonivan's riflemen. Folks, Grenadiers move up perhaps a bit too close. Grenadiers arriving. And one Knights Cross squad run off. And another squad. Veterans 3 for Vonivan. Though that might also be the first one killed. Nope. Apparently not. Another bunker going up. And the Grenadiers trying to get away are quickly meant to think otherwise by the MG42. One Grenadier in fact doesn't even make it away.
The enemy advances.
No attempt at armor. He's basically just sticking to what little infantry is left, although he's actually getting several pioneers up now. Bunker up, another medic bunker upgrade. Tank destroyer is being sent out again. Apparently Vonivan might be feeling a bit cocky, since apparently those Grenadiers just have not been able to finish it off. Well, there again, medic bunker on the way. Vonivan, Evilinacloset's forces, are beginning to look a bit up again. But some armor again would, I think, do the trick. Perhaps a Panzer IV to support. Panzerkampfwagen 4. Could also help with this Greyhound in the east. Knock out this rather damaged Hellcat as well. Does, of course, simply deal with the infantry. MG42 up. And there we go. One major push right there by Vonivan. 2 Veterans E3 Rifleman squads. Definitely the stuff of nightmares. MG42 attempted to be cleared out. He's actually even crewing the anti-tank gun. The Veterans E3 Riflemen are just moving in and murdering everything in their path. Grenadiers trying to clear out the MG42, but it's just not enough. Now the Grenadiers and Knights Cross are left to hold off. MG42 run off. And he's actually moving them up. Oh dear, and they're getting grenaded. Careful, careful, they're veterans free. They can and will make short work of you. And as you might have noticed, those Knights Cross are quickly getting shot up. There's even another one there. I mean, this is definitely huge problems. And the grenade. Oh dear, he lost the Grenadier squad. Another one. He's down to 2 Knights Cross and some false Grenadiers. This is definitely a desperate situation for the 91st. And now getting artillery called in on their position. Things just keep getting more and more sour for Evilinacloset. And a bit of artillery, although of course defensive bunkers are much harder to knock out. The Pioneers to send in to cut off some points right there. Anti-tank and recruit. 3 veterans, 3 riflemen. Knights Cross try to deal with that, though these are heavily wounded. And a grenade! Never mind, the Knights Cross are going down. No, he's going to lose those as well. And that was just 3 riflemen. Veterans 3 riflemen, knocking out 2 Knights Cross squads. I mean, that's just how powerful Veterans 3 riflemen are. I mean, they are really, really, really tough bastards. They should not be underestimated like Evilinacloset just did there. And of course now the question is, what does he intend to do? What does he want to train? What does he want to make? Hellcat getting repaired. Is he actually trying to go for another Panther? Because I don't think that's going to help.
Forward supply lines are broken.
And he's actually going for a Panther. Hellcat, Rangers, anti-tank gun, Engineers. And the Volksgrenadiers found themselves run off. Medic bunker going to get knocked out as well.
Americans are seizing territory from us. Jawohl, mein Herr.
And I would definitely say this is largely game over. I doubt there's any way Evilinacloset can make his way back from this. Although it certainly would be entertaining to watch if he could. Let's just speed this up a bit. There we go. The Panther's ready. And moving out there to deal with that Greyhound. Greyhound definitely not expecting that.
The unit has died in heroic action.
Pioneer squad, of course, got killed. An Ostwind on the way. Now all of a sudden Evilinacloset is going back to the armor. Although again, I think he might have won had he had at least 1 Panzer IV supporting that earlier infantry. MG42. Oh, that's actually a 30 caliber. Never mind. Silly me. I'm not thinking properly. And now all those veterans 3 riflemen moving in, going to hunt down that Panther. Ostwind almost ready. Anti-tank gun moving in. No sign of the Hellcat. That's just staying there. Volksgun is getting separated, and there we go. Quickly run off by a lot of veteran riflemen. Flak Panzer moving in. Probably the 3rd one, if I'm not mistaken. Riflemen are the next targets.
One of our sectors has been cut off.
And there we go, Ostwind taking direct hits from the anti-tank gun, and it's probably going to move a bit too close now to the rifleman. Has to quickly pull up behind the building to avoid anti-tank gun fire. Panther moving in, Volksgun's moving in, anti-tank gun moving up. Riflemen are suffering a bit. Sticky bombs going off right there. Volksgun is trying to get to the anti-tank gun, but they're simply stopped. Ostwind needs to move. Oh, it's too late. No. Apparently it managed to somehow get behind the building in time. Of course, the anti-tank gun will turn about. And there we go, Ostwind. No, don't stand still. And there we go. The anti-tank gun gets that bloody Ostwind. And then the Panther finish it off. But, I mean, this is definitely not looking none too happy. Rangers are moving in. Greyhound moving in. Still no sign of the Hellcat. "10 points left. Rangers equipped with Thompson's also dealing with those. Fult's Grenadiers, grenading them even. Well played, lost too much units. And there we go, game over. Loss for the 91st Luftlandedivision, Division, seen off by the 1st Infantry Division despite armoured assets. And of course the problem was, I think there, that Evilinacloset got a bit too bold, a bit too brave, and simply went for the Panzer Command when he probably should have just gone for the Sturm Army guns, some armoured cars up, perhaps some assault guns, which could have turned things around. Instead, he gave Vonivan too much time to actually shift towards armour and thus actually get more prepared, of course also perpetuate the fight that allowed him to get the off-map combat group. Again, had it been earlier, there probably wouldn't have been an off-map combat group to save Vonivan's arse. And again, that's sort of the thing you have to remember. I mean, you very rarely see players go straight for the Panzer Command because, again, it gives the opponent much more time to get some sort of counter thing that can actually stop it. Plus, of course, if he's just seeing Volksguys and MPs again, he's going to know something's coming. So, I mean, rather than, I think that was sort of Evilinacloset's primary issue. And perhaps he should have instead, at least have gone for Blitzkrieg to perhaps, feed some units into that sort of gap in between the two bits, the Wehrmacht Corps and the Panzer Command. That might have also given him a chance, but again, he went defensive. And ultimately, he probably shouldn't have gone for the Ostwinds. All that, perhaps a Panzer IV again, might have helped a bit here and there. In the end, though, nice countering right there by Vonivan, of course, allowed by the mistakes that Evilinacloset made to sort of get back and really punish him. But again, I also think he should have got a supply up much earlier up. He got it way too late. And a medic station, I think, also would have been a huge benefit to him. But there you go. Do hope you enjoyed this game. If you did, why not subscribe and tell your friends? And if you didn't, well, why not send a replay of your own? This is Impel Danes saying cheers.